You also said that in the months following, you just wanted to, get into the shower and just sort of scrape your skin off. It was very, very difficult to listen to you describe that.
Yeah, I think after the assault, I was finally given the opportunity to take a shower once all evidence had been collected, and I felt like I was contaminated. I say in the statement wanting to take off my body like a jacket and leave it there with anything. What people don't talk about is bodily violation is so invasive because you can't exit your body. I'm stuck inside it, and it feels really almost claustrophobic and terrifying to be in this like bag of meat that's been hurt, and that there's stuff inside me, and that my DNA had to be scraped out from below his fingernails. I really wished to not have to not have all this pain trapped inside, to free myself or to have a new one. But you can't do that. And I think that's what's so difficult about healing, is just accepting I have to figure out how to live in this vessel I've been given, because there's no other choice. I was escorted over to the room where they would do the rape kit, the forensic exam. I underwent a multi-hour exam where every orifice was penetrated with some type of device. My body was photographed naked. All of these photographs of my body and my genitalia would later be projected inside a courtroom for my entire assailant and his family and strangers to see. So that was the beginning of an extremely excruciating and long journey that I did not know at the time.
I want to thank you for talking, because I see your whole physicality changes when you talk about it, and your eyes are filled with that pain. Why do you talk about it? What's more important than the pain?
What's more important than the pain is letting you know that I'm not ashamed of the pain that I went through. I'm not ashamed of the exam that I went through. All of these things that we're taught to conceal and taught to get private, I'm willing to share, because these things were done to me externally. It's something that so many victims go through, but you don't hear about the step-by-step process of getting these rape kits done. When you ask a victim to report, I want you to understand what you're asking her to do, how to get that process done. I want you to understand what it takes every step of the way to know that it's not a casual decision, that she will be emotionally damaged for a long time, and that to have that empathy for her as she struggles to figure out how to go forward.
The system is so stacked against women.
Yes.
Where do you even start?
I think there's so many logistical issues. Even getting a rape kit done, the only hospital where they administered forensic exams was 40 minutes away. I was given an ambulance ride. Most people will not have an ambulance. Do you take a Lyft or an Uber to get your rape kit done? How can we address transportation just to get your evidence collected? There's so many steps along the way, obstacles that we don't think about, that we need to confront and look hard at so that we can help carry victims through this process.
How do you encourage anyone to come forward? How do you say it's worth it?
I remember that's one of the first things I thought too, is panicking and saying, what do I tell people? If someone comes to me, where do I point them? How do I explain to them that there's nothing in the world for you, that you have to figure it out by yourself? That's terrible. And I feel like the reason I tell my story is to recognize that it's on all of us to realize how impossible this is, because even the letters I get now, victims still say, I wish I had done more, or I wish I had had your courage to confront my attacker. And I always want to tell them, it's not about your courage. It's not about your failure to do something or go to police. You were trying to heal and to protect yourself, and you did not trust that you would be given those things if you reported, and you were correct. So we, collectively, need to do better to create those spaces for you.
Hello, I'm Sarah Abo. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.